Hi, I'm Sherry and welcome to The Eyes Have It. And if I'm looking a little lopsided, it's because today I'm doing a tutorial on how to do my favorite eye look. And I'm showing you with two different eye styles because it's the same style, everything technique-wise exactly the same, except this eye is in naturals and it's done with a lighter hand, and this eye is in grays and pinks and it's done with a heavier hand. So a more dramatic, maybe more evening look, and a more daytime look that you could wear to work. Okay, if you're interested in seeing this tutorial, stick around. Okay, before we start applying makeup, I just want to give you a general idea of the areas of the eye that I'm going to be talking about. So when I say the lid, I'm talking just the part from the crease, which is here, down to the eyelashes. Just this part here. I will also talk about the crease, and the crease is this area. Now sometimes makeup can go, up in here for the crease, but anything from right at the fold on up to about here can be considered the crease. When I talk about a transition color, that's something that's going to go in above the crease color and below the brow bone highlight. So here's my eyebrow, here's my brow bone. It's basically what you want to highlight is that area under the arch. You can do more of the area, but that's basically what you want to highlight. So we have lid color, crease color, transition color, brow bone color. Today what I'm going to do is one of my favorite eye looks, and it can be done in any range of colors you want that are complementary. I'm going to show you, in fact I think I'm probably going to do two different eyes, same method with two different color schemes. So let me show you what we're going to be using. For the inner eyelid, we're going to use Sigma Escape, which is a pale cream color. For the middle part of the eyelid, on this side at least, we're going to be using Mango Tango from Makeup Geek. For the outer V, we're going to be using a deep brown. And then I'm going to be using either Quarry or Wedge in the crease. And then for my brow bone, my transition, I'm probably going to be using a color from the Meet Matte Nude palette. And then for my brow bone highlight, I'll go back to the Sigma Escape again. Okay, so we're going to start with under eye concealer. And there's many different kinds you can use. If I go drugstore, I usually go with the CoverGirl Invisible Concealer. And I have mine in light. And if I go high-end, I will usually go for IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. It really doesn't matter as long as it reduces some of this darkness in here. And some people have it up into here too. As long as it reduces that but isn't too white. You want it lighter than your skin tone, but not ridiculously whiter than your skin tone. And this one is very potent. And you can use either a concealer brush or you can just use your finger. And I find, I have dry skin, I find that it helps to use some sort of eye cream or eye moisturizer, and this is something I've been using for years, especially with the Bye Bye Under Eyes. It's so thick, so I tend to like to use a little bit of moisture to just help it go on smoother. Okay, then usually what I do next is eyebrows. So I'm going to be using my Prestige Brow Perfection. Then I'm going to take my spoolie, which is this little mascara type wand, and I'm just going to brush through to get some of that real pencil-y look out of it. Our first step on our eyelids is going to be primer, which I consider very important. I went most of my life without using it, and then when I discovered eye primer, eyelid primer, that was it. I use it all the time. I never put eye makeup on without eyelid primer. And here too, you can go drugstore inexpensive, you can go higher end. This is the e.l.f. Eyelid primer. This was, I think, I don't know, $2 or $3 maybe at most. And this is my favorite, which is Bare Minerals Prime Time Eyelid Primer. So I'm going to squeeze out a little bit. You only need a little bit. And I'm going to put that all over my eyelid from left to right and from top to bottom. Eyelid primer really helps, not only helps your shadows stay longer, it helps the color be truer. So we're going to start our eye look with our Sigma Escape Any beige, light beige, creamy color. I'm going to have to use my mirror here. Just on the first third or so. And then for our middle third, we're using our Makeup Geek Mango Tango, or any bronze color, or peach color, or any bright color. If you're using a really bright color, go in with a light hand. You can always add. It's harder to take away. Okay. I like it bold, so I'm going to go in for another hit. So you want to overlap what you're putting here with what you put here. So there, you don't want a finite demarcation line. You want a nice blend. And you're going to go back and blend it in a little bit too, but you want to kind of just overlap. Okay. Now, as you know, if you've been watching my videos for any time, I don't have hardly any upper eyelashes. So it's going to look different on you because you're going to have a nice dark line of lashes there. Okay. And so for that I used my Real Techniques shading brush. And then for my outer V color, my outer third color, I'm going to use the Sigma Domed Utility E34 that I showed in my favorite brushes video. And the dark brown that I'm going to use, you can use any dark brown. I'm going to use the one from Meet Matte Nude. Let's see, I think I'll go with this one. So this is my, what I call my pencil brush. Just going to tap in there a little bit and tap off so we don't have too much. Okay, I'm going to go on the outer third with that. And because I don't have eyelashes, I like to go a little down to the lash line to give me a little bit of definition there. Okay. Now I could go more up into the crease with this if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Let's say this is something you might wear to work or out during the day to go shopping. So I don't want it too much darkness up in my crease because I'm 61. My skin is very dry and crepey up there, and so I don't want anything too dark during the day. So then for my actual crease, I'm going to try Quarry. These are my new matte colors, so I have only used them once maybe twice so far, so I still have it memorized which one is the best one for crease. Okay, so as you can see, I'm laying it right in the fold and going right above the three colors that are on the lid. I'm going to go back and fix this boo-boo here shortly. For daytime, you want this to be a complementary color to whatever you're using. In this case, it's sort of a brownish tan. And so when we get to the other eye, I'll show you a difference, and we're going to do a gray and pink eye, I think, on the other eye. So there's our crease color. And, you know, for evening, you can certainly take it up higher than that. For daytime, I don't usually. Alright, and before we go any further, I want to go in with my blending brush, which is my E40, Sigma E40. And I'm just going to blend. I'm going to blend both into the crease, the color that I just put on. And then I'm also going to lightly blend the stuff that I put on the eyelid. There are various ways of fixing boo-boos. There's the wonderful e.l.f. makeup remover pen, which is only, I think, $3. There are Q-tips. I'm going to take a little makeup remover wipe and just fix that line where I spilled some eyeshadow. And then I'm going to go in and just fix that a little bit. And you can take the dark up into the outer part of the crease if you want. That's why they call it the outer V. A little down here, a little up here, so it's like a little V. If you've seen my tutorials in the past, I always comment on the fact that you want to go up, especially if you're older like I am. You want to go up from the edge of the eye, not down. That'll just make you look older. Okay, so for our transition color, for daytime you don't want to go too vivid, but for nighttime I like to go really vivid right there. But for right now, I'm going to use, also from Meet Matte Nude, I'm going to use Matte Sing. Almost a clay, a light terracotta sort of color. So I'm just going to go in here again. I'm going to go the eyebrow highlight. The eyebrow highlight is going to go here, and the crease is here. So I'm just kind of going to go a little bit in the middle, and keep it just on the outer, probably half. Okay, just to blend it out a little and give it a little zing. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my Real Techniques, and I'm going to go back with my Sigma Escape, my light beige color, and I'm going to do my brow bone highlight. So I usually start up at the arch in my eyebrow, and then I just blend out and blend over. Okay, now we're ready for some eyeliner. I think what I've used before is this copper one, but I think today I'm going to use this dark brown one. Now you can start all the way at the inner corner. For daytime I usually don't. I start kind of where the lashes start, what few that I have. And here again, because I don't have lashes, or many, I don't have a good line to follow like you guys will. I just have to do my best at trying to get it where it would be, where it should be. So I'm just using a little, you could use a Q-tip, you can use your finger. I'm just using a little cheapo, I think they're e.l.f. Sponge tip applicator to smudge that out with. You also have a lot of eyeliner pencils now that have a little smudgy sponge on the other end. Those are great too. And so I'm just gonna fix this a little bit. Okay, not the most perfect line in the world, but there it is. And of course, if you're more into liquid liner or gel liner, you can do that too. I'm more of a pencil gal. And then we're going to do a little under. I just like to kind of do a little dot, 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 and then just smudge. Make it softer. Really gives nice definition to the eye. Okay, and if you were going to use mascara, and I'm not today, But if you were going to, this is where you would use mascara. You put it on your upper lashes, you put some on your lower lashes. Okay, so that's basically the first look. So we got beige, some bright color, lightish, mediumish color, a dark brown, a sort of mid-tone tannish color in the crease, and this same color here, up here. Easy. Okay, so on the right, we're going to do something completely different and more dramatic.